Hi guys, this is Ratcat. Today's video is about how I seem to see the Lotus Elise in just about every car list that is on the internet. And except for those, of course, where the car is a flop or it's bad for some reason. So today's car list, and I will go through a few car lists with you, and this particular car list is cars that you should drive at least once in your life. So I'll read the comment. The car that saved the company by going back to its roots and building something advanced but simple, fast but affordable, Lotus found its sweet spot and has been cashing in on it ever since. A landmark in the history of one of the most important and enigmatic brands. So there you go. That's number 27 on cars that you should drive at least once. So next on the list is 19 of the lightest performance cars you can buy, and it's a Top Gear article. Funny how a company that nearly exclusively builds lightweight sports cars, whose founder was nearly pathologically obsessed with shaving weight from cars, and whose name is basically a byword for "this car won't weigh much," should have multiple entries on a list like this. The Elise might miss out on the Exige's ferociousness and furious engine note, but it's lighter, cheaper, and still imbued with just as much bulldog versus bear attitude as the Exige it spawned more than a decade ago. If the lightness of the Alpine A10 piques your interest, if its focus on sensation over superlative power is a philosophy you can get behind, well, we can relate. And also note that the Elise is the A10 taken that one step further. It's lighter again. It reappraises just how much by the way of toys and tools is necessary to enjoy the drive. And it arrives at a car that's 200 kilo lighter than the Alpine and about as powerful. And crucially, people as large as we are can fit, which is something of a boon over, say, the Caterham. When he says we are, he's not talking about people like me. I'm only 5'7" and I'm not very heavy, so not me. Okay, so that's the second list. Next on the list we have 19 of the most simple cars, simple in design, no frills, that sort of thing, and we have number 14 of a 19 numbered list. So the Lotus turned simplicity into one of its hallmarks, and it hasn't strayed far from it, even as its rivals made their cars heavier, and even at the expense of global sales. As the Porsche Boxster moved up market, Lotus kept the Elise as light and as basic as possible by sticking to its tried and true formula of adding lightness. The Roadster's list of standard equipment is fabulously short because what matters most to its target audience is handling, and that can't be quantified or broken down on a specification sheet. So there you go, that's list number 3. So our next list is the best-selling cars of every major car maker. Now, in this list, they mention the best-selling car of every car maker, and they say that they made 20,000 Lotus Elises, and I'm not 100% sure that that is right, although I could be wrong. I thought it was more like 34,000, but that may have included Exige and Evora because they were sharing the same chassis. But anyway, let's read the little spiel, shall we? Lotus Elise 1996 present, 20,000. In a roll call of significant models from Lotus, the Elise, more than any other, deserves its place at the top of the list. Not only did it keep the firm from buckling financially, it introduced a whole new generation to the delights of lightweight, deft-footed sports car ownership. The Elise encapsulates what Lotus has always done best, and it continues to wow its owners thanks to its precision and performance. It was sold in the US in 2005 to 2011. I don't know why that's significant. I think you could always buy one in Australia up until they stopped making them. Okay, so on to the next list. The next list is the most, the best British cars ever made. And you wouldn't believe it, but I think they've included just about every Lotus model. This list is 100 cars long. So you're going to have to include a lot of cars. And yeah, this has included just about every single Lotus model there is. But of course, as you can see, the Lotus Elise. And that is actually a really different colour. It's a lime kind of green. I haven't seen a Series 1 that colour yet, but there's always a first time. Okay, so the spiel reads like this. Originally conceived as a limited edition, the Elise had led a stellar 25-year career as the choice for the keen driver prepared to sacrifice utility for the tactile and oral joy that is this exquisitely dynamic Lotus. So there you go. That's what they've said about the 1996 Lotus Elise. I think that's it, guys. That's the last list I'm going to look at because, like I said, just about every car list I look at, it's got the Lotus Elise in it. So that's the whole reason for this video. So I hope you enjoyed my little video and catch you all later. Bye.